Okay, hello everybody. Hello and welcome. How you doing today? I'm certainly doing a little better than I was yesterday. I'm certainly not 100%. Let's put it that way. I am probably at about 50% capacity today. What I mean by that is that sadly yesterday I got a little under the weather. It wasn't necessarily that I had a cold or anything. I think it's just that I've been, very, very busy with all the new games and everything going on, and I kind of wore myself ragged. I wore myself down. Haven't been getting enough rest. And last night I lost my voice on stream. I actually literally over the course of the stream lost my voice, okay? If you don't know where you are, if you don't know who I am, I'm Darkside Phil, and this is my pre-stream for Friday, October 28th, 2016. Okay? You may not have been aware of where you were. I mean, if you don't know where you are, and you didn't tattoo your name on backwards on your forehead, so when you look in the mirror, you know, you are you, I am me, and this is my gameplay stream for the day. So hello, how you doing? So, that being said, yesterday, unfortunately, due to me losing my voice, I could not do what I wanted to do. I did manage to finish my gameplay stream, although the end of it sounded terrible. For those who actually watched those videos or were here yesterday live for the stream, oh my god. I sounded really, really bad. I had almost completely lost my voice. And I was very hoarse, and, excuse me. And basically, I was supposed to last night work on my Battlefield 1 review. I now feel that I've played enough of the multiplayer, and I did play through the whole campaign, that I could properly review the game. Unfortunately, I had literally no voice, and, step one when it really comes to filming a video review is doing voiceover work. Because that's really the meat of the review, is what you have to say. The visuals coincide with what you're saying, but you have to know what you're going to say before you actually work anymore on the video on anything else. So last night I was supposed to work on the Battlefield review, and it just didn't happen. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't work on it at all. It's kind of like I've said in the past, and I said it on Twitter yesterday. I said, sadly, one of the big pitfalls, there's a lot of pitfalls to being a YouTuber. You got a public persona. Everyone tries to get your information, make it public, to be a dick, trolling, and have the fact that the job is uncertain at any time the job could go away, right? But, all that being said, really one of the most annoying things about being a YouTuber is that my job is 100% dependent on my voice. Right? If I don't have my voice, I can't do commentary on gameplay, I can't do edited videos, I can't do anything. I'm 100% dependent on my voice. So, because of that, I couldn't do anything last night. So I basically lost half a day, and that's not good, especially now at this time of year when I have precious little time. I'm trying to juggle so many different games and projects and stuff. There's no way that I really have the time for that. So it sucks. I'm going to be a little bit behind on everything now, but I am going to try to recover. As you can hear, even though I don't have my voice fully back yet, I am here in full capacity today to cover the new games, okay? So now let's talk. Let's talk about today. Today is the premiere of Titanfall 2, ladies and gentlemen. And you might say, well, wait a minute, Phil. For weeks you've been saying you were on the fence about Titanfall 2. You didn't know if you were going to play it or not. What gives? Well, I have a few interesting updates for you. First of all, this week, one big new release was Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Okay, and I did play it. So far, I played it around 6 hours or so. And I have very much enjoyed it, by the way. I think that the beginning was very slow. The intro tutorial was very, very slow. But once you get past the tutorial of all the moves and everything, the game is actually getting better. Albeit, it is very similar to the first game. So for those who already saw or played the first game, you're not going to get too much variety here. It's like basically the same missions of the first game with variations. But the gameplay has been refined. I do think it is a better game than Xenoverse 1 for sure. Okay. But all that being said, it's not really getting any kind of, big attention or anything. It's not like, oh, people are coming out in droves to watch it or whatever. In fact, the other day, I had just about 400 people on the stream the entire time watching this game. And so I said, alright, so obviously I'm going to keep playing it because I do like it, but it's not something that's going to be like, retain a ton of attention or anything after the initial couple streams, and that happens with a lot of games, sadly, this day and age, but it is what it is, right? So I said, well, that's not going to be super popular or super important, and I've now played 3 multiplayer sessions of Battlefield 1 and completed the campaign, so that's kind of in the bag, right? And I did play Batman, the Telltale series, Episode 3 this week, okay? So I did a lot this week, and I got a lot done. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get all of that done or not, and I did. The other thing is, let's be honest here, WWE 2K17, let me put it this way. I'm enjoying playing the My Career mode, but it is so repetitive at this point and so drawn out. I still haven't gotten a title shot, and I'm like almost 40 parts into the playthrough. You get to the point where you're like, all right, how long am I going to do this monotonous shit until something good happens? And that's the problem with the WWE My Career mode. It's always been like that. There's even rumors that they're going to patch it to make it better because people are complaining it takes too long to get a title shot and for something interesting to happen. So really with that too, it's not too much going on. There's not too much attention even on the WWE playthrough that I'm doing. So, I got to try to find something that's interesting and that's going to invigorate people to watch. Now, I was not going to buy Titanfall 2. I'll be honest with you guys. I was not going to buy it for a couple reasons. Number one, because things are financially tight around here. And the fact that I already spent about $1,000 this month on games and gaming equipment, I was not going to spend the money on this game. I was going to skip it. But thanks to a viewer, his name is Forrest, he said he really wanted to see me play this game. I believe it is the campaign that he's really interested in. He wants to see if the campaign is worth a shit, because if you remember, the original Titanfall had no campaign. It was an Xbox One / PC exclusive for a while, right? I don't think it ever came out for PS4, but they were really touting this as it's going to be the first of a line of FPS games that are so good, it doesn't need a campaign. Just the multiplayer itself is enough to sell the game. Just watch, you're going to get so hooked, and you're going to love this game, right? Well, guess what? A ton of people bought into the hype, me included. I was a sucker. I fell for it. I thought the game looked good, and we all bought the game and we played it. And after playing it a couple sessions, guess what? It got boring as hell, because it didn't have enough maps, it didn't have enough mechs, it didn't have enough variety, and the game really and honestly felt more like just, it was a Call of Duty mixed with the gameplay of, say, a game like Unreal Tournament with double jumping and stuff like that, and mech combat like Mech Warrior. So really what it was nothing original at all. It was just a combination of other genres of games into like one amalgamated game. And it wasn't necessarily good because of that, and it really got played out very quickly. Like, it didn't take very long at all to see all the maps and all the content of the game. So the one selling point of the game, oh, this is such a good and addictive multiplayer game, it doesn't need a campaign, actually was completely false. After a couple weeks, most mainstream gamers who don't get into the competitive aspect of it, basically said this game isn't very good, it doesn't hold enough attention, and stopped playing it after a couple weeks. And really, Titanfall, the original game, became kind of a forgotten afterthought of the gaming community after only a few weeks. Most people didn't even put it in like their best first-person shooter countdowns of the year. No one cared after a few months. But that being said, because of that initial hype, they made their money. They made an incredible amount of money because everyone ran out and had bought the game because they bought into the hype. Alright? So now, fast forward to a few years later, right? This is 2 years later, actually about 2.5 years later. And here we are with Titanfall 2. Now, things have changed, and this is what's funny about this, right? Titanfall's gameplay is so good, it doesn't need a campaign at all. It's good enough to sell the game by itself. We stand by that statement. So here we are 2.5 years later. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Titanfall 2 has a campaign. It's like, I think they got enough criticism 2.5 years ago that they realized they had to listen to their customer base, and customers have come out and said, listen, we understand if you think that the multiplayer of a game is great, but we want a game that is robust and has a lot of content, not just one mode. And the bottom line is, if we're going to pay $60 and we buy a Call of Duty, and I am going to make this comparison, if I spend $60 and I get a Call of Duty game, and I get a campaign, it might not be a great campaign, but I get a 5 to 6 hour campaign, and I get multiplayer, and I get a zombies or some kind of survival cooperative mode, but I buy your game and I only get just basic multiplayer, how is this equivalent? It's the same price, but I'm getting triple the amount of content over with Call of Duty. So, I think that's what happened is they got so much flack for releasing this game with no campaign and no other content that they kind of felt pressured into it, okay? So that being said, today, we're going to be checking out the campaign of Titanfall 2. Now, let me explain, because you might say, again, Phil, you just said you weren't going to get this game. Why do you have it? Again, a viewer named Forrest really wanted to see me play this game and said that he would donate it. And I said, well, I'm not going to spend $60 on this, but if you are willing to donate it, I will play it. Because I have the time. The bottom line is, right now, since I am skipping Infinite Warfare next week, okay, the only situation where I would ever play Infinite Warfare, one of two situations. Either someone completely donates it to me, alright, like 100%, Phil, here you go, and I have so much time that I'm not in the middle of other stuff and things not lingering, then I would play it if it was fully donated. Or, if I get just the code for the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remaster, which to my knowledge doesn't exist. There's no code just to get that. You have to get the full version of Infinite Warfare in order to get the remaster of Modern Warfare, which I am interested in, but I'm not buying $80, spending $80 to get it. It's just not worth it. So it's almost 100% out of the question that I'm playing Infinite Warfare next week. Okay, unless some freak happens and so many people want to see me play it that someone donates it outright and I have time to do it, then maybe I'll do it, but I'm really not interested in it, okay? So, I said, you know what? I'll have time. I'll actually have to play Titanfall 2. Fine. I'll fit it into the schedule, even though there's other stuff going on. And by the way, don't think that just because I'm playing Titanfall 2 that this means that everything else is off. It doesn't mean that WWE is canceled. It doesn't mean that I'm never playing Battlefield 1 again. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. That's not the case. The case is just that I'm going to squeeze this in because the next major release that I'm very interested in, okay? The next major release that I'm very interested in is Dishonored 2. And that releases on November 11th, which is a Friday, okay? And then after that, there's Watch Dogs 2. Then there's Pokemon Sun and Moon. There's also Final Fantasy 15 this month. And I believe there's one or two other games near the end of the month. I just haven't updated my calendar. I actually need to do that, okay? So, it's going to be a busy November once we get to the new releases, but we have a little while to get to the new releases. Alright, so that's why I'm playing Titanfall 2 today. So, quickly, a quick summary of the schedule coming up, and then I will do just very quick plugs, and then we'll get started. Number one, today is Titanfall 2, about 3.5 hours of it, here on stream, and then nothing later today. I'm going out to do errands, and actually I'm going to buy my Halloween costume for Monday's marathon, and I am going to be carving a Halloween jack-o'-lantern pumpkin later tonight. So there's a lot going on today, a very busy day for me. Errands, dinner, costume shopping, everything, okay? But the good news is I'll get to rest my voice, because my voice needs some rest. After today's stream, it'll get another half day of rest, which it needs. Tomorrow, I will have a major gameplay stream. I'm on the fence whether it'll be more Titanfall 2 or if it'll be more Dragon Ball. We'll see how today's stream goes. If today's stream is good and I want to continue on tomorrow, then that'll be tomorrow. If not, if I play it, I'm like, it's not great, or I'm not super interested in it, then maybe tomorrow we'll go back to Dragon Ball. We'll see. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, I'm working on my Battlefield 1 review by hook or by crook. It doesn't matter, hopefully as long as I have a voice, I need to work on this damned thing, because I'm already a week now, the game's been out, and I haven't been able to review it. Ooh. Oh my god, excuse me. So that's, Saturday night, and I don't know if I'll get it done and be able to release it, or it may take until Sunday. We'll see. Sunday, I'm also going to be doing a major gameplay stream. Again, it is either going to be Dragon Ball or Titanfall. We'll see. We'll see what happens, depending on events. And then Sunday night will be the weekend preview. And, like I said, if I have to still finish up the Battlefield review, Monday is my Halloween marathon, the horror marathon. Okay, it's going to be fun, starting around noon, and it's going to run till around 7:30-ish Pacific time. So 7.5 hours of streaming. In there, I'm going to be playing 4 different games. I'm going to be playing Layers of Fear, Condemned Criminal Origins, Dino Crisis and Spooky's House of Jump Scares, which I heard is not even called that anymore. Apparently it's called like Spooky's Haunted Mansion or something. They changed the name of it. They upgraded the game, I guess. And so that is going to be Monday. 4 different horror-themed games. I will be live on stream the entire time with a webcam, and I will be in a Halloween costume. Okay? So that should be a fun day. I certainly hope for Halloween you will join me for that. Okay? It's going to be fun. It's going to be better than last year, because last year I had fun with it, but I only played 1 game. This year I'm playing 4, which is freaking awesome. Alright? What else? Well, this coming week, the last episode of Hitman releases. So I'll be playing the Hitman final episode this week, as well as continuing on with Dragon Ball, with Titanfall. I'll probably squeeze in maybe some more WWE. But what I'm really interested in going back to is the PlayStation VR. Because I have some unfinished business. I have to finish up the game Here They Lie, which I heard I'm near the end. I'm like right near the very end, and I didn't get a chance to finish it, okay? In addition, I want to do the PlayStation VR Worlds. I really want to get back to that one. That was one of my favorite games of all the VR games I played. It's like a demo, a tech demo of what it can do. And the bottom line is, I really did enjoy playing the PlayStation VR, even though they're not full gameplay experiences. I do want to get back to it. I even got a free game. I got a free promotional copy of a game that a company wants me to promote for them. I'm not getting paid for it or anything. They just sent me a free copy of it. And I said, you know, I'd like to check this game out. It's a grappling hook kind of platforming game for PlayStation VR. So I'm going to try to get that back this week, okay? And then later in the week, as I already said, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be playing Infinite Warfare. I'm certainly not buying it. So we'll see what happens with that. If not, I've certainly got plenty to do. There'll be reviews this week. I'll be reviewing Battlefield 1, as I already mentioned. I'm also planning on reviewing Titanfall 2 as well as Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 once I get enough gameplay in of these games to review them. So there you have it. Alright. So that's really it, everyone. I will tell you this ahead of time. Okay? If my voice gives out today, I apologize. If I have to abruptly end the stream because I lose my voice, I apologize. I certainly don't want that to happen. As you can hear, I'm trying to talk lower at a lower volume than I usually do, because I don't want to go too loud and then have my voice give out. But as you can hear, I am clearing my throat a lot. I'll probably have to blow my nose or snort or whatever. Everyone, oh, he's snorting. Listen, if I was a perfect human, I didn't have these health problems, that would be great. But the bottom line is I'm not. I, sadly, was not gifted a perfect body. I have issues. I have nasal drip. I have throat issues. And it's always been like this since I started on YouTube. In fact, you might not realize this. The first videos I ever did for YouTube, I was sick. The first YouTube videos I ever put up of Star Wars, The Force Unleashed, and, what was the other one? Mercenaries 2. I was sick. And I was snorting, and I was blowing my nose and everything, and no one said anything back then. But I guess 8 years later, you need to be a fully edited perfectionist, mute every possible human thing that happens on a stream so that you sound like a fucking scripted robot. Or you could use your head and realize that I do unedited raw content. I've done that for 8+ years, and you should stop complaining. There you go. It is what it is, right? Alright, so I apologize in advance for any of that for this week. Alright, hold on. Alright. So really quickly, basic plugs. As you guys and gals know, this has been a rough month for me because typically October is the month when things pick up, and it hasn't. So it sucks. Usually I'm making a bunch of extra money this month, and I didn't get pretty much any additional views, nor have I gotten any kind of bonus income like I usually do. And I don't know why, because YouTube's telling me I'm doing everything right. So the way I see it, there's not much I could do. It's certainly not a good time to change up my entire YouTube strategy now because I'm in the middle of a busy gaming season. So there's no way I could just do that on the fly. Maybe next year I can reevaluate things and change stuff up. And I am accepting lots of suggestions on my forums and everything of people telling me what kind of stuff I can do to improve. Also on my week in preview video, a lot of people have left stuff. I thank you for that, but I can't implement any of that until next year, obviously, because right now I'm too busy. I mean, I'm so busy I can't even keep my voice. Okay? But if you want to help out, if you want to allow me to continue to do this as a job, all right, and allow me to keep playing, doing daily live streams, on-demand videos, edited content, etc., there are many ways that you could help support myself and my business. Number one is, excuse me, now I'm distracted because guess what? My internet dropped out. My internet has dropped out. Oh, and my internet is back. It was just a fluctuation in the internet, a momentary fluctuation, so I'll continue. Everyone should be fine. Alright, number one is Loot Crate. In the description of every video and stream that I do is a referral link as well as a discount code for Loot Crate. If you use that link and discount code to sign up for a new subscription, you will save 10%. And it helps me out. And I unbox Loot Crates every single month. So you could see kind of what kind of the stuff it is you could get in them. And very soon I'm going to be getting my new Loot Gaming Crate for this month. It's supposed to either be coming this coming week, I believe. So I'll have a new unboxing shortly. Okay? Alright, number two. Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. Following me on Twitter allows you to be in the know about everything that's going on with me, and also allows you to get schedule updates to see stuff that I'm sharing. You know, sometimes I'll be watching something on television, I want to share that, or I have a good meal and I want to show you some awesome stuff that I'm doing, some funny pictures, all kinds of stuff I share on my Twitter. Please follow me @TheyCallMeDSP. KO Gaming, I've already mentioned. I'm putting up lots of edited content there as of late. Right now, I'm actually doing a review of Battlefield 1, but in the past few days, I've actually reviewed the DLC for Dark Souls 3. I also reviewed both Mafia 3 and the PlayStation VR. So please check that out when you get a chance. That's at youtube.com/KO Gaming1. Patreon, obviously, is the biggest way for you to contribute, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Patreon is, by far, if you want to help me out, and if you want to do me a favor and allow me to continue to be successful on YouTube, Patreon is the way that you can do it. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. Many people today, have pledged this month, that normally would not pledge to my Patreon, which is awesome. And it's definitely helping me. It looks like we already hit our funding goal for the month, but right now, I could use help. I could use help as much as I possibly can because I'm not getting the income that I usually get during this time of year. So every little bit helps, as small as $1, as little as $1 a month helps. It adds up. It really does, okay? So please consider pledging if you haven't. You can find a full listing of perks and things that you get for your Patreon pledges at patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. And of course, I've actually been talking with people about improving pledges, improving the perks. Some people have been saying that the perks aren't attractive enough, and I try to explain to them that I've had ideas for perks over the years that either didn't work out, or there's certain perks that a lot of people who use Patreon use that I can't for various reasons. So I'm looking into improving Patreon. But for now, thank you to those who have pledged. Your pledges are very much appreciated. And, you know, it is going to help out in this month when things are down. Okay? Alright, and then last but not least is my girlfriend's business, The Black Current, where she sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. Please consider checking that out at etsy.com/shop/The Black Current. Keep in mind the end of the year is coming. Holiday gift giving, right? It's a good idea. Some kind of variety. Her soaps are very high quality and they smell great. Her wax tarts are great. They make your house smell good. If you don't believe me, I don't blame you. I am her boyfriend, so obviously I'm going to plug the shit out of it, but check it out yourself right here at the website and you will find tons of positive feedback from customers over the years. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. Let's start with Titanfall 2. Thank you for being patient. Here we go. And I actually recorded the pre-stream today. I can't believe it.